up, guys? Here with Crew 42, starting off for the back nine of the final round here at Oshimo for the Kalamazoo Open, the amateurs here. Again, we are at Oshimo Park. We are doing the longs course here, and I am still joined here by Zach Knight, joining for the commentary. How you doing, Zach?
Awesome. Ready to see how these guys take down this back nine.
Yep, so Chris is real hot in the front nine here. He's shot very well, extended his lead against the rest of the card.
He's excited.
Yeah, local player taking advantage of what he knows. And so Brock here joining him. He's been also shooting very well. He's the closest so far. He's only 4 back from Chris. We have JR here, who's kind of struggled a little bit coming off the tee, looking to make some adjustments there and get aggressive. He's 9 strokes away from Chris. And Cody really the only one who's made some adjustments, and he is only 8 away from Chris. But Chris has got to feel pretty good against these guys right now. So here's our front 9 scores. Chris with a real good 27, Brock with a 29, JR with 32, and Cody with 30. He's got to be feeling pretty good right now. 4-stroke lead to Brock coming into the back 9.
Oh, I know he feels great. As a buddy of his, I know his game. I know that he's a hard person to give strokes to because once he knows that he's taking strokes, he's just going to try to keep running with it.
Yeah, he's going to use that momentum. We're heading here into hole 10, longs from 495 from the longs. It's just really straight and really long.
Really straight. That's really all you can say about this shot. You can see the basket. The only thing in the way is those 3 baby trees. Chris throwing his Saint, trying to flip it up.
Have you seen anyone drive this hole from the longs?
I have not seen anyone to this hole from longs.
Okay.
Even Chris, I play leagues with Chris, and it's a really hard shot to park with how straight it is. JR hitting those early guardian trees a little high.
Yeah, and you can see him, he slipped a little bit of something on the tee pad there. He's kicking away now. He's a little frustrated that, something got in his way again. He's just had some bad luck with that too. Just the worst spot to be standing, and he's just kind of hurt him a little bit.
And Brock hitting low, releasing low there, and that's really going to be a tough shot to play with that tree in his backswing. Cody.
This is looking good.
Oh, that's the drive. Hyzer flip, and that's going to be down there in the fairway.
That left side's not too dangerous. He has that forehand flick that's really good for him, so that should be a shot.
And the left side is a little more open. It's more of thicker, bigger trees, and the right side is prickers and thinner stuff.
He's asking for that to go down. He's like, slow down.
Great up.
Holy smokes.
That's how you get a 3. JR trying to get a flex, but just sailing it early. Taking a rough hit on the right side there.
That disc on the ground, I love. That stamp on it. It looks like from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks really sweet.
Giving it a run, but coming up a little short. It looked like someone might have thrown.
Yeah, so Chris and JR, totally... so Chris was kind of in the woods there on the left side. JR was on the edge. They both were kind of the same distance away, so they both lined up, and I was behind JR recording, and as soon as they both started to, go through their routines, both the guys on the card, they both looked up and saw that they were both in the middle of their routine, so they were, trying to figure out how to, get them to stop without interrupting them, and before they could, they had both thrown simultaneously. So luckily, one didn't get in front of the other and they didn't collide, but definitely something that they want to avoid in the future for sure.
Definitely.
And just a little miscommunication. I don't think they intended to do that either. I don't think they were trying to step on each other's toes. Just kind of unfortunate that.
Oh, and that happens all the time, especially being in the woods. If you can't see someone behind a tree, you just don't know.
And you have JR, who's a lefty. His back is turned to Chris, who's a righty. So it's even worse. But hole 11 here, longs from 365, which I feel is low for how this hole plays.
Yeah, you really want to have. If you want to try and reach this basket, you want to have around 400 feet of power going into this. It's a really straight shot from shorts with an Anheuser finish, but from longs here you can see it's a Hyzer play to the open and then an Anheuser or forehand to the basket.
Sure, and it looks like Chris done a nice job getting himself into the open there using that Hyzer route.
Now this basket will be attackable by our lefty players. They will have a little more of a flex line to get up there. I have seen someone get pretty close.
And we saw JR in that front 9 crush the hole 9 there, so I definitely could see him making a run at this basket.
Exactly.
For sure.
If he has that similar kind of throw, he'll get it up there. All these guys seem to be trying to play it safe, coming up a little short on the right there, but he'll be in the open. See what JR does here. Looks like he's trying to flex one over. Nothing too big, though.
Yep, kept that one maybe a little low to be aggressive to the basket, but he should be up on the hill and safe.
And from here, it's just a basic lefty hyzer, righty forehand.
He's getting aggressive here, and good line there.
That should be a good little 10-foot tap in for him.
Now, I feel like this hole from the longs is more of like a 3.5 par.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely doable. Like a 3 is due on Brock maybe picking the wrong throw choice there. Maybe should have gone forehand.
It is, and I've actually played with some local pros and talked to some local pros like Reed Frescura, and it's actually, for a big-handed lefty such as himself, can be a hard hole to reach, even for pro topper, more higher-level pros, I mean.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this hole is really closer to a par 4 from longs for sure. Chris with his Cenis just trying to get it up. A little tree hit.
And sure.
We'll take that all day.
A little tree love never hurt anyone, right?
No. Thank you, treeses.
And so Brock taking that rock out from a weird spot again and getting himself a putt there.
Yeah, he still has a putt. He hit early, and it's probably shorter than he wanted, but he'll have a putt still.
And JR very nicely done there with a 3. A 3 feels good here. And you can see Chris sitting up out closer to the hill. We had a group that like caught up to us, and so they were right on our tail. So Chris didn't want us to all go down the hill and then them all of a sudden have a disc kind of coming at our head. So
that's a good idea. Especially on this hole, it's a little further.
Yeah, there's no bell. It's the one thing I wish they would include on this hole is like a bell or something that you could ring so that when they walk off, then you know it's clear.
Exactly.
And Chris cleaning up the real easy.
Nice
little tap in there. So well done by our card. Outside of Brock's really just unlucky hitting that tree when he's trying to go back in there. Pretty textbook from these guys. Did a nice job attacking the hole. Hole 12 now. We have longs from 486. From the longs, this is a pretty standard, just straight shot at it. Just give it some power. Let it go down the hill.
Yeah, it is. It's another long straight one. You don't want to go left or right. The rough here really sucks.
Especially on the left early, right?
Yeah.
That stuff is bad.
You don't want to go early.
As an AM player, I've been there plenty of times.
Right. Oh, yeah, definitely. There's a few trees that are spread out in the middle, but basically you want to try to hug the left side like Chris is doing and have it kind of pop up. If you get far enough down there to the left, like as you can see from Donut's view, it's a good opening. So
yeah, there's a little gap there that you can take.
The only bummer is that bush.
It's right in your way, but at least it's an easy 3 though. Like,
it is.
It's a safe 3 that you can try to be aggressive with. And ooh, here's another good rip from Cody. He's trying to get it up in the air. Maybe got a little too strong on it.
Yeah, a little low. A lot of times when you put power, you tend to throw a little low.
Oh, this is also in the air again.
JR throwing it up.
Trying to keep an eye on it.
Oh, it got knocked down early.
Early, but he's going to have a putt at that. That's 50 feet? 60 feet-ish?
Yeah, right in there.
But he'll have a run at it. Elevated basket again, so a little risky, but he'll still have a look.
Yeah, it's one you definitely want to be careful. Mainly play for 3 here, especially with that elevated basket.
And Brock had good power on it, but it looked like it did not want to stable up on him, so he's going to be stuck on the right side. Kind of has to take another awkward stance. I've noticed this round that Brock has just had a lot of unlucky stances. Kind of had to take some weird looks and angles.
Yeah, just unfortunate placement.
Yeah. Sometimes that's just the way the disc falls. And Cody just chipping up.
Nice.
Almost to the brick there.
Chris, hopefully with the 2, maybe see what he can do around this basket, around this bush.
Maybe a half run, but more of a layup than anything else.
Oh, yeah, you never really want to run it from there, but you can only wish to see something cool.
JR with a step putt.
Oh!
He gets it to go.
Look at that.
Look at and here's his crew view for the final round here. JR gets it.
That's a clean-looking step putt, too.
Oh, yeah, it's a great putt from him.
Walk it off.
And he knows that was good. He's a little look back at the camera. It's like, oh, there you go. There's a nice little crew view for you there, guys.
That's for you guys. See what Brock can do. Clean it up here.
Yeah, there's his consistent putting coming back into play there.
Yeah, really clean.
Cody unlucky there, just short, kissing it off the front of the cage.
Tapping it in, but just take his medicine and move on to the next hole. I'm sure we'll see him work some magic here soon. Chris, tapping in as well.
Just playing the hole safe. I feel like at this point, where with his position, he's got 6 holes to play. He's up by about 6 strokes, 7 strokes at this point. He just really wants to shoot par and go home.
He does.
I mean, that'll win him the tournament. So.
And even shooting just par here is a really amazing round.
And he's still shooting pretty high right now. Heading into hole 13 now. Longs from 304. Pretty standard Anheuser line. Let it attack the basket.
Yeah, I know a few guys that will throw maybe a mid-range, a flippy mid, maybe a sidearm with a felon, get you up there. But basically, you want to throw something that's not going to skip too far into the rough.
Yeah, left side early is really bad. JR puts this one up in the air. Gets knocked down by a couple trees. And he's going to be in that rough area on the short of the basket, but on the right side.
Yeah, there's a little patch of, like a mini patch of woods up there that you kind of got to, we want to get a little bit past that. Chris, looking like he's doing that, the wide turning shot, that's really what you're looking for, and that's parked.
Bullseye, wow. And he is putting his foot on the gas like you had mentioned earlier. He looks like he's trying to finish strong.
And he has so much faith in his Saint and Saint Pro. Those things will just flip for him nicely.
And Brock there, you see pointing out to the woods, he was telling the disc to get worse. That was his strategy to keep... Yeah, I think that's like a reverse psychology on the disc. He's like, go in the woods more, and then that would stop it, and so it would stay on the clean.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone do that before, but I like the strategy.
That was a smooth shot there from Cody.
And I love these shots from Brock. He leaves this one just a touch short. He's going to have a tester through those branches there, but his rock throw from the standstill is just so phenomenal. He says great play from there.
Great scramble player. JR just missing that. There's a little bit of a ceiling there, a little bit of trees, so I could see where he was trying to keep that low. Brock trying to make it through.
And kisses the cage. Left side there.
A little scared. Just sometimes you don't want to give that full bid with those trees right next to your arm. With Cody going just over the basket.
Yeah, and this basket's sitting a little lower from some of the normal baskets, and it's right after an elevated basket.
It is.
So that definitely can throw you off.
There is a couple baskets that...
Oh, and he misses it again.
If you pay too close attention and worry too much about the basket height, this course can get to you. Especially like you said, there's two elevated, and then there's a couple that are shorter.
That are right after it, which can definitely mess with you. I mean, like JR said in the beginning of the round on hole 2, he was like, oh yeah, or hole 1, that's lower than normal, and then all of a sudden you hit in the middle of the course, and then you suddenly see these huge basket changes. It can definitely throw you off. So headed here now into hole 14. Again, so this is from the launch perspective, 429. Really low ceiling around the basket. Are you just trying to get your drive up the middle as close to that opening as you can?
Exactly. You're going to want to throw a mid or a flippy fairway or driver that you know that you can trust to just float dead straight and stay in the center of the fairway here. Like a lot of the longer shots at Ashtamo, it's just long and narrow. You got to keep it in the fairway. It's really going to test your consistency and your accuracy on this hole.
Yeah, I think fairway is the name of the game just in this course in general. Like from the shorts, when I play this course, that's definitely what I'm trying to do most of the time.
And I really love this hole. It's got those nice pine trees up there by the basket.
Early release there from Chris. Ooh. He's going to be on the left side there, but I think he's still in the open fairway. He's going to be around that big tree on the left, if I recall.
JR looking to flip something up to straight.
Oh, and this one gets flexed over.
A little power, and he's headed towards the left side of the rough there.
There he is on the fairway, so he should be good.
He actually has a hyzer skip shot right up to the basket, so JR actually isn't looking too bad.
This is looking real nice.
And that's the shot you want there. Your flippy driver, you know, that just pop up and fly straight. Nothing that's going to fade too hard for you.
Nice job by Brock there.
And
maybe grip locks this a little bit.
A little bit. And he clipped that dead tree branches that are about 30 feet up and to the left from the tee pad. And that's an unfortunate hit.
We didn't get the shot there, but he just chipped it out into the fairway. So this is his third. And so he's up in that wooded area. It's going to be a real low ceiling, but he might have a putt at it.
Chris out in the open better than I thought. He thought he went a little more left, so that's looking good. Skipping right up.
And that's a great recovery shot from where he was.
Oh, yeah, he'll be able to clean that 3 up.
And you can see it on his expression. I think he's feeling it. He's like, I need to put I need to end this.
Yeah, he doesn't want to end on bad drives. And Chris is really good at cleaning it up as he should.
JR with another early release there with that putter approach. And Brock with an unlucky, I don't think he could see the roots there, and so it just stopped him short.
Yeah, and those roots will do that on the skip shots.
Good bid from Cody there, but kind of difficult with that one tree in his way for sure. And bang, JR underneath the low ceiling. You see him kiss those trees. He's got a second crew view for this 9 holes. Nice putt from him.
Really clean step putt, really clean jump putt.
Had to measure it a couple times. He was at 31 feet, something like that. The guys were double checking it.
Clean putt. Good job. That's nice.
There's a good save after that root stopped him short. Yeah. Tree in his way again, but Cody was able to clean this one up.
Chris for his 3. Heiser's a shield in nicely on the pro side. Keeping his lead. Well ahead of the rest of the guys. He's really feeling it. Really loving his home course. Hole 15 coming up. Longs 269. This is a big Anheuser shot. Typically, I'll throw like an Opto-X fuse or something on a big Anheuser, and you just want it to ride and barely finish out at the end. A lot of guys will use these last pine trees here as like a backboard.
Sure.
If you can hit those, it'll drop down right here, and you'll have a putt. Anywhere short on the fairway here is basically death to your shot because those pine trees are unforgiving.
And I don't think there's a 2-meter rule here in Michigan.
There is no 2-meter rule, so you just got to take the lie directly beneath where it's in the tree.
And you can see me, I'm trying to spot for him while Donut's recording.
Chris throwing that high Anheuser like I was talking about with his Tersis, and he parks it. He's looking at a 15-foot putt under those pine trees there.
Almost hits
really
Donut
great.
in the process.
Almost hits Donut.
Almost getting our Donut hole-in-one here on camera. Here's JR. Nice job from him as well.
Yeah, great lefty Heiser shot right into the open. He'll be looking at a 30-footer there, 35-footer. Brock going with that high Anheuser, but it comes out early and hitting these unfortunate pine trees. I mean, he gets a roll out here to the middle, but really unfortunate drive.
And so here comes a lefty approach right at Donut here. He's got to move to get out of the way.
Nice. Another great Heiser shot. Should have a putt around that tree.
It is a low ceiling, though, which can come into play, like, mentally-wise. And so, unfortunately, we didn't get to see Brock's approach shot, so he threw his approach and just kisses off the chain, just short for his 3 save. One of the guys picked up the camera to bring it to me. I think they accidentally pressed the record button. He missed it. And JR with a gorgeous deuce putt there. And so back to back for JR here with crew views. He's just showing everyone, you know, exactly how he shot that 50 at Vera.
All right, showing everyone this clean jump putt of his. It looks great.
Yeah, it's just looking so sharp right now.
Around the tree, Cody knocking his in.
It would have been really interesting to see JR, this hot right off the beginning of the round. Really could have made a run at Chris here.
He could have made it more of a challenge, but things happen. You know, definitely with Oshtomo, you can get oshed.
You can get oshed. Hole 16 now. This is the ace runnable hole for the shorts, but from the longs, it's more of like an Anheuser flick, I think, through this.
It is. It's a little bit, you can turn a putter or a mid, something that's going to turn for you but not burn. You just want it to have a nice floaty turn. Some guys play the sidearm line, but it seems a little tight because there's a few pine trees on your left here, as you see when they drive off. It's a little bit of a tight, narrow drive.
Our lefties could have a real possible on ace run, though.
Lefties for sure.
And Chris hits an early tree there. He's going to kick off to the left, but he's at least far enough down to where he should have an open look towards the basket. Maybe have to finagle through a couple of trees. He's asking
going inside, but there's a line.
And almost aces this. He's asking for it to come down. He should have asked it to pick up for another foot. Almost aces this one. Wow.
Luckily missing that tree right in the middle there. If you're coming from shorts, there's a tree in the middle of the fairway. Just missing that. Cody throwing a Heiser as well.
This is coming in pretty hot. Looks like a little bit short.
Ooh.
But he's sitting right next to JR.
Yep.
You can see this is a lefty hole.
Oh, yeah. Lefty Heiser shot.
So here's Brock with that rock again. He hasn't had much luck with it, missing trees. He's throwing it.
It's turning.
And he's happy it's through.
And he parks it.
Nice shot from him. I think he was just happy to have finally have his rock get through a cluster of trees without messing up.
That's what Chris was looking to happen, but he didn't get that lucky. Good upshot.
Inside 20 feet, inside 15 really. Right next to Brock.
He'll take his 3. At least he knows he's not losing any strokes there, like with a 4.
Yeah, losing 2 here might be
You
detrimental,
don't want to lose 2.
JR cleans up nicely, along with Cody. Good 2s from them.
Way to take strokes back. Trying to make Chris sweat a little bit.
And they're still boshing for position with each other. They're all within probably 3 strokes of each other, so they're trying to fight in for that second position, third position there, trying to get as much prize out of this as they can. So really looking forward to seeing what they can do here. JR on a hot streak here, shooting 3 down through the last 5 holes.
Getting 2 or 3 crew views.
Yeah, it's 3 in a row. Yeah, hole 17 now, longs from 292. Something I would assume is just pretty, stable. Anheuser at the very end, maybe.
Yeah, you want to throw kind of a mid-range to a fairway driver that's gonna flip up and fly straight, and then have some of that late turn. You want something that's just gonna barely turn right for you at the end. Keep you in the fairway. You don't want to go off right or left here. It's pretty rough. Another one of Ostromo's straight narrow shots. JR, hyzer flipping. Not quite getting it up enough. Falling into the right side there. It might have a little bit of a rough shot. This line's looking good. Nice and centered.
Turned over just a touch.
A little bit of a tree hit there at the base, but...
He's had so much tree love today. I mean, he was bound to have one not great tree love, right? This is looking hot.
Nice.
Get up the hill. To go up, yeah.
And that's the play there. Just dead straight. Stay in the fairway. Hit that hill and try to skip up. Chris's Saint here is going to turn. Hopefully do the same. Wow. Getting that skip up the hill and around that tree. He'll be putting for 2 for sure.
So JR has this really tight window, low ceiling.
Oh.
Pretty good bid on it.
Yeah.
Just a touch short maybe.
He had those 2 tree on his left and a tree on his right ahead of him, so he kind of had a thin hallway to get through.
Cody's asking for this to get down.
Wants it to sit.
He's missed a couple close putts in this round, so he's probably not want to make it any harder on himself. And Brock with a gorgeous putt up the hill around the tree. Nice job from him.
Really clean.
And Cody missing there. Maybe a bit of a rush at the end of the round.
Yeah, that can be frustrating. Have him walk it off. JR cleaning up. Chris cleaning up.
So, yeah. I mean, just solid play from Chris. I mean, despite his lead right now, he's up by, 8 strokes to Brock, right now. And he still just has his foot on the gas, shooting 3 down for this back 9. I mean, he is just playing so well today. As we're heading now into hole 18, final hole. Shorts from 222, longs from 278, but they're both pretty identical looks here. You just want something that will hyzer out left pretty hard at the very end.
Yeah, it's really a nice straight shot, maybe like an EMAC or your good straight mid-range that has a little stability. You don't want to go deep here. As you can see, those tennis courts, if you go into them, it's OB, and if you hit them, you have kind of an uphill 30, 40-foot putt that makes it difficult. So you really want something to sit. Chris taking his hyzer line, hugging that right side.
Really hugging that line. That was tight.
He loves doing that. He likes that hyzer tight line.
But he's put himself good and close. That should be a good 2 look. No worse than a 3. Locked in the championship at this point. So nice job from him. Great round. Good shooting.
Brock following that same nice straight hyzer.
Brock says I can get it closer. Just because you're winning doesn't mean I have to be shown up. And nice little dab there to celebrate.
You always want to finish off on a deuce. It always feels good to me to end the round, no matter how bad on a 2. To try at least.
Oh, no. He had it on the right line. It just hit that last tree and kicked hard into the right. And so here's where that forehand for the lefty comes in play. And this is looking good as well. Maybe a little hot.
Slow down. Okay, it's at the top of that hill, but he'll still have a putt. A little tester, but... 25
feet, almost 30.
Yeah, right in there. As long as you don't go down that hill and hit that tennis fence, then you'll be all right. JR trying to come out, but that right side is really thick with those pine trees.
You can see to the background. So the weather was supposed to rain like at 11, and the rain was staying away this whole time. So you can see the rain starting to come right now. See the umbrellas out, and within 20 seconds, it's a downpour.
And that was JR with a turbo putt out of the woods. Oh, and missing way left. A little frustration.
A little rain hurting everyone here probably. And Cody keeping it high.
Definitely in effect, especially with the grip.
JR loses the rain jacket. It's not even worth it at this point. The rain came down so quickly. Just
taking it in.
Yeah, it's just... Why couldn't you have waited 5 more minutes?
See if Chris can clean this up with his shield, and he does.
Nice deuce from him. You can just... It's so heavy right now. Like, the rain is crazy.
Thick.
Yes, it is.
Make your clothes drip and wet.
I mean, and you can see the pavilions in the background right now, like, through the camera lens. But when we were, like, playing this, I could barely see them.
Right.
Like, in the moment with my own eyes, it was just really hard to see. Brock now with a great finish, 3 birdies in a row to finish this round. So nice shooting from him at the end as he's going to secure second place. And we have our back 9 scores here, a lot of green. So especially in the back half, holes 15, 16, 17, 18, they were really attacking these, taking the deuces where they could. They did a nice job. Shooting hot 23 from Chris. That's pretty good.
That's really good. Chris is a local guy, so it's really good to see him shooting well. I mean, all 3 guys did great.
And he's walking away with a win from this A-tier with an 8-stroke lead over Brock.
And this is his first A-tier win.
Oh, it's a great one.
It's a great one. So this is big for Chris.
And at least all 4 guys that we had in lead card today ended in the spot they started. No one from the chase card shot particularly.
No big moves.
Right. No big score or low scores from there. So they were able to maintain those top 4 spots. So congratulations to those guys finishing top 4 for this tournament.
Yes,
I know that JR has traveled a little bit to be here today. So it's nice to be here and to show up and start on the last card. After round 1, jump to the lead card for the final round and be able to keep third place. So congratulations to him and everyone else who played. Thanks a lot, Zach, for joining us. It was a fantastic round to watch.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great tournament by everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for future videos. We're looking more and more into finding more tournaments for us to cover. So if you want us to continue making these types of videos, definitely leave a comment below and talk about what tournaments you think in our local Michigan area we should be covering next. It looks like we might be covering the Kalamazoo Open for the Pro Division up next at Bluegill. I think the tournament's at. Yep. So look for next couple weeks. May see a video about that. So keep a look at our Facebook page for that. But thanks as always for watching us. This has been Crew 42, and we are out.